Greetings, citizens of the world. The Occupy movement is going to make the whole world a better place. And while it's a shame that wanting and expecting more from life has qualified some of us as terrorists in our own countries, this is a fair trade-off as long as we're making the influential people of the world paranoid, because that's who is doing the most damage. In fact, their track record suggests they don't have any problem whatsoever with harming anything that gets in their way, people included, as long as it makes them wealthy. So it's good that we are viewed as dangerous by those who are dedicated to stupidity, greed, and arrogance. I mean, why would we want it any other way? However, since the elite like their status, since the elite like the way life itself is being run into the ground, and since the elite absolutely love their ability to manipulate the events that generally wreck our lives, we need to take precautions and prepare for the worst. Because that's exactly what they're capable of. And since their desperation will most likely grow as our causes get the proper attention they deserve, it's only reasonable for us to expect that they certainly won't hesitate to use psychology, force, or their patented propaganda machine if they think it will gain them an advantage. For reasons such as this, I was completely against Barack Obama becoming president in 2008, simply because he is black. And no, that doesn't make me a racist. I wouldn't be guarding against his assassination if I were a racist. I'm strictly speaking from a strategic point of view, because, while all of our politicians are useless corporate whores, having a president with an African ancestry comes with a different set of repercussions for America. Especially if the raging right wing decides to have him shot, like they did President Kennedy. Were that to happen, America would probably be faced with race riots that could deteriorate into civil war. And civil war, particularly at this point in time, when so many people around the world are giving each other so much hope for the future, civil war would only serve the entrenched elite. It would only prolong their grasp on power, their ability to control the events that mutilate our ill-defined lives, and their willingness to throw away millions of people and billions in resources over nothing more than selfish, adolescent concerns. Plus it would detract from everything we accomplished that made them feel so threatened in the first place. That's why, should our president fall victim to malicious calculations in the near future, I urge you not to let the government, or its corporate owners, do your thinking for you. In fact, if you want to pride yourself on doing the right thing, under adverse circumstances, you need to understand up front that such a grievous offense would only be made in a desperate attempt to get us to fight each other instead of fighting the real culprits. So the proper response would be to seek redemption from those most likely to be involved with such a plot. Namely, the powers that be. Elitist-type people who themselves need to understand that there are practical applications for the kind of corporal punishment a friend of mine endorses whenever her kids are acting up in the backseat of her car, and she says, "If you make me pull this car over, I'll hit every last one of Y, to make sure I get the right one."